900 English business sentences.
Unit 1, Part 1. 1. We'd like to express our desire to establish business relations with you on the basis of equality, mutual benefit, and the exchange of needed goods. 2. In order to extend our export business to your country, we wish to enter into direct business relations with you. 3. Our hope is to establish mutually beneficial trading relations between us. 4. We look forward to a further extension of pleasant business relations. 5. It's our hope to continue with considerable business dealings with you. 6. We look forward to receiving your quotation very soon. 7. I hope you'll see from the reduction that we are really doing our utmost. 8. We hope to discuss business with you at your earliest convenience. 9. We wish to express our desire to trade with you in leather shoes. 10. We look forward to your early reply and trust that through our mutual cooperation, we shall be able to conclude this transaction with you in the near future. 11. I hope we can do business together and look forward to hearing from you soon. 12. I hope that we can cooperate happily. 13. I hope that we can continue our cooperation. 14. We sincerely hope that this transaction will turn out to the satisfaction of both parties. 15. We hope that this market trend will continue. Part 2. 16. It is hoped that you would seriously take this matter into consideration and let us have your reply soon. 17. We hope that you will deal with our request earnestly. 18. We hope to receive your immediate answer. 19. We are looking forward to having your early reply to this matter. 20. We hope that this dispute can be settled through friendly negotiation without its being submitted for arbitration. 21. We look forward to your settlement at an early date. 22. Your early settlement of this case will be appreciated. 23. We hope that you can settle the claim as quickly as possible. 24. We hope that there will be no repetition of this kind of trouble in the future. 25. We expect that you will offer us a lower price as soon as possible. 26. We hope that the matter can be brought to a satisfactory conclusion. 27. I do hope this undesirable incident will not stand in the way of our future business. 28. We hope this matter will not affect our good relations in our future dealings. 29. I wish that this business will bring benefit to both of us. 30. We hope this incident will not bring any harm to our pleasant relations. Unit 2, Part 1. 31. This model of typewriters is efficient and durable, economical and practical for middle school students. 32. The computer we produced is characterized by its high quality, compact size, energy saving, and is also easy to learn and easy to operate. 33. They are not only as low-priced as the goods of other makers, but they are distinctly superior in the following respects. 34. You will get a 30% increase in production upon using this machine, and also it allows one person to perform the tasks of 3 people. 35. This product will pay its own way in a year. 36. This machine will pay back your investment in 6 months. 37. The new type of suitcase car designed by our engineers is very ingenious and practical. 38. This kind of bicycle can be folded in half and handy to carry around, especially useful during traveling and traffic jams. 39. The maximum speed of this kind of variable speed bicycle is 30 kilometers per hour. 40. These machines have few breakdowns and are easy to maintain because of their simple mechanical structure. 41. Compared with the other brands, this kind of tire costs less per mile and wears much longer due to its top-notch rubber. 42. This kind of tire is characteristic of non-skid stops on wet roads. 43. This material has a durable and easy-to-clean surface. 44. This kind of air conditioning system is practical and economical for the needs of your company. 45. Our products are of superb quality, as well as the typical Oriental makeup. Part 2. 46. Our silk garments are made of super pure silk materials and by traditional skills. 47. The garments are magnificent and tasteful and have long enjoyed great fame both at home and abroad. 48. As our typewriters are made of a light and hard alloy, they are both portable and durable. 49. The handbags we quoted are all made of the best leather and of various kinds of styles and colors in order to meet the requirements of all walks of life in your country. 50. As our product has all the features you need and is 20% cheaper compared with that of Japanese make, I strongly recommend it to you. 51. Vacuum cleaners of this brand are competitive in the international market and are the best-selling products of their kind. 52. Forever multiple-speed racing bicycles are sure to be saleable in your market. 53. Owing to its superior quality and reasonable price, our silk has met with a warm reception and quick sale in most European countries. 54. We feel that our product is the best kind in Asia, and we can very well compete against Japan in price. 55. Our goods are greatly appreciated in other markets similar to your own. 56. By virtue of its superior quality, this product is often sold out in many areas. 57. Our products are superior in quality and moderate in price and are sure to be saleable in your market. 58. These items are most saleable in our market. 59. There has been a steady demand in our market for this kind of toy. 60. We have the pleasure in recommending you the goods similar to the samples you sent. Unit 3. Part 1. 61. We wish to introduce ourselves to you as a state-owned corporation dealing exclusively in light industrial goods. 62. We are introducing ourselves as one of the leading exporters of the same line of business. 63. We have the pleasure of introducing ourselves to you as a state corporation specializing in the export of canned goods. 64. We introduce ourselves as dealers in bicycles and spare parts. We have been in this line for over 2 decades. 65. Our corporation is specialized in handling the export business of textiles. 66. The main products our corporation deals in are electrical appliances. 67. Our company is mainly engaged in agricultural products. 68. We specialize in the export of tablecloths. 69. Our company mainly deals with the export business of silk goods. 70. Our specialization is the exportation of Chinese silk garments. 71. We are engaged in the import and export of machinery. 72. We are now doing a large import business in fruits from Southeast Asia. 73. We specialize in handling clocks and watches of all sorts. 74. We also take on a variety of silk piece goods. 75. Our activities cover a wide range of commodities, such as ties, belts, and shirts. Part 2. 76. We are in a very good position to supply most grades of canned fish at competitive prices and for good delivery. 77. We are in a position to accept orders against customer samples specifying design, specifications, and packaging requirements. 78. We are now exporting straw and willow products, embroideries, porcelain wares, jade carvings, antiques, Chinese paintings, silk flowers, and various kinds of toys and gifts. 79. Our corporation is a major producer of technically advanced machinery and chemicals for industry and agriculture. 80. Electronic products fall within the scope of our business activities. 81. We also do export business of handmade woven articles. 82. We have been engaged in the glass business with many Asian countries for many years. 83. Our company is mainly in the line of exporting Chinese art objects to European markets. 84. We also do import and export business in chemicals and agricultural products. 85. We have been importing and exporting all kinds of metals and minerals for 30 years and have many customers and friends in over 80 countries and regions. 86. Our corporation is a group enterprise integrating scientific research, business, production, and service. 87. As a joint venture, our corporation has won a prominent position in the fields of home electronics, computers, and telecommunications in China. 88. We are prepared to accept orders for goods with customers' own trademarks or brand names. 89. We have been handling leather shoes and gloves for more than 20 years. 90. We have been engaged for 2 decades in the manufacture of such equipment. Unit 4. 91. We assure you that such things will not happen again in our future deliveries. 92. We'd like to avail ourselves of this opportunity to assure you of our prompt and careful attention in handling your future orders. 93. Our products are always as good as the samples we send. I can promise there will be no debasement of quality. 94. I guarantee that there is no difference in quality between the products we'll send you next month and what samples you saw just now. 95. I can promise you that the products we send you will be of A1 quality. 96. Our products are surely of standard quality. 97. I give you my word that the payment will be made not later than the end of June. 98. I promise I will check into these problems and find out if they were our fault. 99. We can make sure that these goods will avoid being damaged during the transit. 100. We will provide a fresh guarantee for the protection of the equipment repaired. Unit 5. Part 1. 101. Please quote us for the goods listed on the enclosed inquiry sheet, giving your prices CIF Jakarta. 102. Please quote us your lowest price CIF Hamburg for 10 metric tons of walnut meat. 103. Please quote us FOB London for 100 reams of good quality white poster paper. 104. Please quote us your most competitive prices in order to consummate business. 105. Please quote us your lowest price for fertilizers. 106. Please quote us your best price and let us know the minimum quantity for each order. 107. Please make us an offer on CIF Hong Kong basis for handmade leather gloves. 108. Please make us an offer, giving your price FOB New York. 109. We have already made an inquiry for your articles. Please make an offer before the end of this month. 110. I would like to make an inquiry about this type of leather bag. 111. We shall be pleased if you will furnish us with your quotation for this product. 112. Many of our customers are interested in your Seagull brand household scissors, and we wish to have your C&F Shanghai quotations. 113. We want to know the price CIF Tokyo for your printed shirting. 114. We are anxious to get an offer for your products. 115. We shall be very glad to receive an offer from you on this brand of radios. Part 2. 116. We should like to know the offer for the rice of this kind. 117. We would like to know the minimum order quantities per color and per design. 118. What price could you quote us on 24 sets? 119. Would you please quote us a price on your 71 by 84 reversible wool blankets, 15% wool and 85% cotton, bound with rayon satin? 120. How much are you asking for this brand of ties? 121. If we order 10,000 units, what will be your offer? 122. What's the price for 1,000 kilos of white sugar? 123. Can you supply this quality at approximately 50 cents per meter? 124. If our order is a substantial one, how much will you bring your price down? 125. How much discount could you offer on an order of this size? 126. Please inform us what special offer you can make us. 127. Here's a list of my requirements. I'd like to have your lowest quotations, CIF, New York. 128. Please inform us of your lowest price, CIF, London. 129. We would appreciate it very much if you let us know what discount you can grant us if we give you a large order of your products. 130. Please let us have your best quotation by tomorrow, together with the appropriate time of shipment. Unit 6, Part 1. 131. This offer is subject to your reply reaching here on or before 29th June. 132. If we can receive your order within the next 10 days, we will make you a firm offer at the prices quoted. 133. This offer is firm for 5 days. 134. The price we quoted is on FOB Shanghai basis instead of CIF Hong Kong basis, and our offer will be valid until August 31st. 135. We make you the offer subject to your reply reaching us not later than noon, December 23. 136. We have the offer ready for you. 137. I'd like to remind you that we'll have to withdraw our offer if we don't hear from you by next Monday. 138. This offer will remain effective for another 10 days from June 1st. 139. The quality of our products is good and the prices are reasonable, so we are confident that you'll accept our offer dated 4th May. 140. Since the market is advancing rapidly, the price we offered you is the best, I believe. 141. Here are our latest price sheets. You'll see that our prices are most competitive. 142. We believe that the price we offer you can compete well with those of other firms. 143. We hope you will accept our offer and give us your order soon. 144. We feel that our offer will give you full satisfaction and hope to receive a favorable reply from you soon. 145. If you think our proposal acceptable, please let us have your order at an early date. Part 2, 146. We have the pleasure in offering you our product. 147. We are interested in making you an offer on our handmade carpets, which are well received in the overseas market. 148. Our price for 2 dozen pairs of plastic shower curtains with matching drapes would be $45. Shall we hold them for your order? 149. We give you a price of $1,440 FOB Chicago. 150. We are pleased to quote you for 1,500 dozen men's shirts, as per the samples sent you before, at the price of $5 per piece, CIF New York, for prompt shipment. 151. In compliance with your request, we are now offering you 2,000 dozen magnifiers at $36 per dozen, CIF San Francisco, September shipment. 152. You will note that we are in a position to offer you 50 long tons of tinfoil sheets at the attractive price of 135 pounds per long ton, C&F Shanghai. 153. We offer you 1,500 tons of Canada oats at the price of 400 pounds per ton. 154. We can quote you a price of $75 per typewriter and a 10% discount on shipping. 155. Our average wholesale price is $180 per unit. 156. We offer you firm 2,000 tons of chemical fertilizer at 150 pounds per long ton, CIF Vietnam, for delivery in April. 157. We can offer a quantity discount of up to 15%, but we are prepared to give 20% discount for an offer to buy the complete stock. 158. I have here our price sheet on an FAS vessel basis. The prices are given without engagement. 159. As prices are steadily rising, we would advise you to place your order without delay. 160. Our product is in great demand and the supply is limited, so we would recommend that you accept this offer as soon as possible. Unit 7, Part 1. 161. We hope you will consider our counteroffer most favorably and tell us your decision at your earliest convenience. 162. We wish you will reconsider your price and give a new bid, so that there can be a possibility for us to meet halfway. 163. To accept the prices you quote would leave us with only a small profit on our sales, because the principal demand in our city is for articles in the medium price range. 164. Your competitors are offering considerably lower prices, and unless you can reduce your quotations, we shall have to buy elsewhere. 165. To accept your present quotation would mean a heavy loss to us, not to speak of profit. 166. I wish to point out that your offers are higher than some of the quotations from your competitors in other countries. 167. Your price really leaves no margin for reduction whatsoever? 168. We can obtain the same quality through another channel at a much lower price than that you quoted us. 169. There is a big difference between your price and those of your competitors. 170. We hope that you will quote us your rock-bottom price. Otherwise, we have no alternative but to place our orders elsewhere. 171. If you insist on your original offer, it will reduce our profit considerably. 172. We didn't expect that the discount you offer would be so low. 173. Your price should be based on the actual situation of our customers. 174. In our market, products of similar types are so many and with such low prices that many of our regular customers may switch to other companies, I'm afraid. 175. Your offer is not acceptable because we have another supplier offering similar quality products at a 4% discount. 176. Your quotation is by no means favorable with those of other origins. 177. I'm sorry to say that your prices are about 9% higher than those offered by other suppliers. 178. Compared with what is quoted by other suppliers, your price is uncompetitive. 179. Your price compares unfavorably with your competitors. 180. Our counteroffer is well in line with the international market, fair and reasonable. Part 2. 181. Your offer is wider than we can consider. 182. We very much regret to state that our end users here find your price too high and out of line with the prevailing market level. 183. We appreciate the good quality of your goods, but unfortunately, we are not going to accept the offer on your terms. 184. We find your prices are too high to be acceptable. 185. We regret to say that your offer is not in the least encouraging. 186. The quotation submitted by you is too high. 187. We regret that it is impossible for us to entertain the bid. 188. You're making us pay too high a price. That'll put us in a tight corner. 189. It would be impossible for me to push any sales at such high prices. 190. Your price is beyond our expectation. 191. You should know that the price of the same product should be fixed differently in different markets, but yours is definitely too high in our market. 192. Your quotation of sewing machines is too high to be acceptable. 193. We regret to say that your price is on the high side. We do not think there is any possibility of business unless you cut your price by 20%. 194. Your price has gone up so rapidly, it would be impossible for us to push any sales at such a price. 195. We regret to say that there is no possibility of business because of your high price. 196. The price you offered is entirely unworkable. 197. If you hang on to the original offer, business is impossible. 198. If you are able to make the price easier, we might take a larger quantity. 199. There is little likelihood of concluding business at your price. 200. We think that your offer is not favorable for us to increase the market share on our end. Unit 8, Part 1. 201. Your counteroffer is much too low, especially considering the small amount of your order. 202. Our price is fixed on a reasonable level. 203. Our products are moderately priced. 204. This is the best price we can give you. 205. The price has been reduced to the limit. 206. Our price is already on its lowest level. 207. There is little scope for further reducing the price. 208. Considerable quantities have been sold at this level. Any further reduction is out of the question. 209. We cannot make any further discounts. 210. This is our rock bottom price. We can't make any further concessions. 211. Sorry, we generally do not quote on a discount basis. 212. We can't make any allowance for this lot. 213. This is the very best offer we can make for you. We consider this a rock bottom price indeed. 214. I'm afraid there is no room to negotiate the price. 215. This is a special offer and is not subject to our usual discount. 216. The possibility of a fall in price is rather remote, I'm afraid. 217. The price we offer you is the lowest. We cannot do better. 218. We very much regret to say that we can't cut the price to the extent you required. 219. We are in a difficult position to satisfy your request for reducing the price. 220. It is really difficult to comply with your request for shading the price. Part 2. 221. I dare say that the prices we offer compare favorably with any quotations you can obtain elsewhere. 222. I'm afraid you won't find another company who will give you a cheaper price than ours. 223. What we give you is a good price. We don't think it could be put better. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. 224. If you compare the quality of our goods with that of other countries, you'll see that our price is very reasonable. 225. The price we quoted you for belts is much lower than that of last year's. You must have found it very competitive. 226. Our offer might be a bit high, but you will soon make bigger profits when market fluctuations stop. 227. The present market situation is on an upward trend, so you don't have to worry about the profit. 228. Our product is rather competitive, so there is no question of profit. 229. Your counteroffer seems to be a little tight. If so, our profit margin will be too small. 230. If you increase your initial order to $30,000, I suppose we would consider reducing the price to $380 per unit. 231. If you double the order, we may consider giving you an 8% discount. 232. The best we can do is to allow you 2% off our quotation. 233. There are so many rich people in your area. To them, a high price means a good quality product. 234. If you stick to your counter offer without any compromise, we might not be able to make a deal. 235. Your bid is obviously out of line with the price ruling in the present market. 236. We regret that we cannot book your order according to your counter offer. 237. Our tablecloths are moderately priced and quite saleable in your market. 238. We don't think that this price can be considered high in your market. 239. We feel that your counteroffer is not proper because the price for such material is on the rise at present. 240. We are not in a position to entertain business at your price, since it is far below our cost price. Unit 9, Part 1, 241. All your quotations are on an FOB Vancouver basis. May I ask if you allow any discount? 242. Isn't it possible to give us a little more discount? 243. If you are prepared to give me some allowance, I'll consider placing an order for 10,000 dozen. 244. Should you be prepared to reduce your price, we might come to terms. 245. If I show you an offer lower than yours, would you be able to conclude transaction at that price? 246. If the order is a substantial one, how much will you come down? 247. May we suggest that you make some allowance on your quoted prices? 248. If we place an order for 2,000 dozen up, can you give us a special discount? 249. If our order is more than 10,000 metric tons, will you give us an additional 6% commission? 250. We hope you will allow us some discount on our purchase of 6,000 dozen. 251. We'd like to ask for a reduction in price because of the large size of our order. 252. Since the present market is so weak, You'll have to lower your price if you want us to increase sales. 253. We hope to get your best offer for bicycles. 254. We invite quotation of the lowest price. 255. May we suggest that you could perhaps make some allowance on your quoted prices? Part 2. 256. If you reduce the price by 2%, I think we can do 20 metric tons. 257. If possible, we'd like to ask for a reduction of $5.50 per metric ton. 258. If you are willing to give me a 5% reduction, I'll order 5,000 dozen. 259. The sugar of French make has been sold at the level of $98 per long ton. If you can reduce your limit by, say, 8%, we might come to terms. 260. We would very much like to place further orders with you if you could bring down your prices by 15%. Otherwise, we can only switch our requirements to other suppliers. 261. No one can do business at such unreasonably high prices. You have to cut them down by at least 10%, I'm afraid. 262. We shall book a trial order with you, provided you will give us a 5% commission. 263. Only by cutting the price by more than 10% can more customers be lured to buy your products. 264. We would like to ask for 10% off your offer if our offer is more than 2,500 units per season. 265. We hope that you will give us a special discount of 2% if we order more than 10,000 sets. 266. Please make a discount of 5% off the prices in the catalog. 267. We hope that you will make at least a 4% reduction on your quotation, or business is not possible. 268. We can accept the goods only at a reduction of 20% off the contract price. 269. If you can lower your limit by 5%, business is hopeful. 270. We will place our order with you if you could lower your price to 1,200 pounds per metric ton. Unit 10. 271. On orders for 100 pieces or more, we allow a special discount of 1.5%. 272. A discount of 5% may be allowed if the quantity for each specification is more than 1,000 sets. 273. For quantities of more than 500 units, we can offer a discount of 15% on our price list. 274. We are glad to make a 5% discount for an order of 100 dozen or more. 275. We should be pleased to allow you the requested discount of 5% if you are willing to raise your order to 50,000 pieces. 276. We will entitle you to a 10% discount during July on anything you buy. 277. You can receive a special 15% discount on orders placed before the end of December. 278. If your order is large enough, we are ready to reduce our prices by 5%. 279. There's a 10% discount if you order in volume. 280. If an order is exceptionally large, we are prepared to increase the discount. 281. If you are willing to buy the whole lot once and for all, we can grant you a discount of 8% on the price. 282. To help you sell our product, as an exception, we'll give you a special discount of 2%. 283. We'll bring our price down by 5% for a good start for our business relationship. 284. In order to close this deal, we shall further reduce our price by 5%. 285. For the sake of our long-term friendship, we are going to accept the price reduction on the radios. How about 6% off? 286. In order to help you to develop business in this line, we are prepared to offer you a discount of 5%. 287. In order to wind up this transaction with you, we are ready to take 3% off this original quotation. 288. After careful consideration, we decided to bring the price down to $420 per unit. 289. We are prepared to offer our computers to you at the special discount rate of 15%. 290. Our quotation is subject to 5% commission. Unit 11. 291. In view of our good cooperation over the past few years, we are prepared to accept your price. 292. As a gesture of friendship, we accept the price of $50,000 for 10,000 pairs of leather shoes. 293. It seems there is nothing more I can do but accept this price. 294. How about meeting each other halfway, and each of us makes a further concession so that business can be concluded? 295. I think that we should come to a compromise with each other in order to get the deal done. 296. Business is quite possible if each side makes some concessions. 297. If it is really so, we have to agree to your payment terms. 298. We'd like to reduce the original offer slightly as a compromise. 299. We may consider making some concessions in our price. 300. In order to encourage business, we are prepared to make a reduction. 301. We found we could make a step further, provided the quantity would be no less than 1 million tons. 302. To show our sincerity, we are prepared to make you a special concession of 6%. 303. After serious consideration, we can accept your counterbid. 304. Considering your substantial order, we can give you this exceptional treatment. 305. Since it is the case, we would exceptionally comply with your request by reducing our price to $5 per piece. 306. We are pleased to grant you a 7% discount from the original offer, since you agreed to increase the order. 307. To get business underway, we agree to take this as an exceptional case. 308. We are prepared to reduce the price to $7.21. 309. 10% is out of the question, but we are prepared to offer you 8%. 310. As a special accommodation, we agreed to your DP payment terms, but only for once. Unit 12, Part 1. 311. We are pleased to give you an order for 3,000 computers in current stock at the prices you quoted. 312. We wish to order from you your products as per our purchase. 313. We are pleased to place with you an order for 2,000 washing machines to be supplied from current stock. 314. We wish to order from you according to this purchase order. 315. Thank you for your quotation dated May 20th, and this is our official order for 10 Palace lanterns. 316. We are glad to inform you that your samples are satisfactory. We'd like to order 4 of the items. 317. If the quality is up to our expectation, we shall send further orders in the near future. 318. We find both the price and quality of your products satisfactory to our clients and are pleased to give you an order for the items on this sheet. 319. We should be glad if you would accept our order for coffee, whose number is number 3003. 320. We'd like to place an order with you for 1,000 cases each of number 77 and 100 at $5 and $6 per case, FOB Shanghai, respectively. 321. What is the minimum quantity of an order for your goods? 322. I am entrusted to place an order for 100 sewing machines at $250 each. 323. This is our official trial order for 500 computers. 324. We need iron nails of all sizes. 325. If you can fill our order for 5,000 ties very soon, we'd like to place the order with you now. 326. We hope that you can accept orders in the buyer's design and measurement. 327. Since you are so eager to secure an order from us, now we can place an order with you. 328. We will send you the order very soon. Please hurry on the execution of the order. 329. If we are satisfied with the products, I think we will place more orders. 330. The order is so urgently required that we must ask you to make the earliest possible shipment. Part 2. 331. We can now confirm your order for 500 bed sheets and pillowcases. 332. We are glad to receive your order and confirm acceptance of it. 333. This is our confirmation of your order placed last week. 334. This is our sales confirmation, confirming your order number 26 of April 10th. 335. We have booked your order number 267 for optical instruments. 336. We have accepted your order of June 10th for 300 typewriters. 337. We acknowledge your order of May 5th for 100 units of motorcycle P180. 338. We have decided to accept your order in spite of the current shortage of the goods. 339. We have now decided to supply you with all the parts as itemized in your order and are going to apply to the government agencies concerned for export license. 340. We thank you for your order of May 20th and now supply you with 2,000 ties number 235. 341. You may be assured that we shall do our best to execute the order to your satisfaction. 342. We promise to give our best attention to the execution of your order. 343. We regret that, owing to the shortage of stocks, we are unable to fill your order. 344. We feel great regret that we can no longer supply the goods you ordered, as the production has been discontinued since last August. 345. It is hard for us to supply the amount you need. 346. It is impossible for us to supply 300 sets for the time being. 347. At present, we cannot undertake to entertain your order, owing to the uncertain availability of raw materials. 348. We regret that we are unable to meet your requirement for the time being, as orders have been fully booked. 349. We are sorry to inform you that we are not able to supply these articles for the moment. 350. We are too heavily committed to be able to entertain fresh orders. Unit 13, Part 1, 351. We want to know if you could appoint us as your agent for the sale of your green tea. 352. If you are not already represented here, we should be interested in acting as your sole agent. 353. We should like to be appointed as your agent in our country. 354. We should be glad if you would consider our application to act as agent for the sale of your plastic slippers. 355. If no one represents you here in London yet, we'd like to act as your sole agent. 356. As we have learned from our customer, Mr. Henry, that you are anxious to extend your activity in our market and are not represented at present, we would like to recommend our company as a most suitable agent for your products. 357. We are in a good position to be your sole agent. 358. We require the agency in our market for your precision apparatus. 359. We hope that you will appoint our company as the sole distributor for Japan. 360. You can entrust us with the sole agency for your shirts in our country. 361. We ask to be the sole agent for your clocks in our territory. 362. We'll appreciate it very much if you could give us the opportunity to act for you in this city. 363. We can represent your chemical products if you agree. 364. We'd like to offer our service in the sale of your refrigerators. 365. We shall be very much pleased to act as your sole agents in China for your products. Part 2. 366. We are able to work as your sole agent because we have local knowledge and wide connections. 367. We can be a good agent because we have a group of well-trained salesmen. 368. If we may have the honor to act as your sole agent in the sale of handicrafts in our territory, no doubt such ties will do good to the expansion of our mutual trade. 369. If you can sign a sole agency agreement with us, we'll double our turnover. 370. If you make us your agent in China, we'll try our best to push and publicize your products. 371. We have many advantages to act as your sole agent. 372. We have sufficient canvassing ability to be your sole agent. 373. We have enough positive experiences to act as your sole agent. 374. We trust that our experience in foreign trade and marketing will entitle us to your confidence. 375. We believe that many years of our experience in international trade will undoubtedly meet your requirements. 376. The salesmen in our company are well trained and have rich canvassing experience. 377. It is our hope that after knowing our sales ability, you'll consider according us the exclusive selling right for your portable cassette recorders. 378. We have 30 years' experience in agency, and we believe that we can work up very satisfactory results in pushing the sales of your products. 379. We can assure you that we are well experienced in this line. 380. With our rich experience in marketing your products in our city, we have the ability to increase the turnover to $50,000. Unit 14, Part 1, 381. We are glad to offer you a sole agency for the sale of our products in your city. 382. We have decided to offer you an appointment as our sole agent for New York. 383. Your experience in this field makes us believe that you can be a good agent. 384. We feel inclined to agree with your agency of our products. 385. We are willing to negotiate with you on your proposal to act as our agent. 386. After paying due consideration to your proposals and investigating your business standing, we have decided to appoint you as our agent in the district you defined. 387. Considering that you are experienced in promoting the sale of our craft paper and your market still has potential, we have decided to appoint you as our sole agent in your local market. 388. We regret that we are unable to accept your proposal since we already have an agent in your area. 389. We have already appointed the Tokyo Silk Company as our agent in your territory. 390. Sorry, we have already several representatives of our products in your district. 391. We have earnestly considered your proposal to represent us in your city for the sale of Chinese porcelain vases and have now decided to appoint you as our agent. 392. Your application for sole agency is now under our careful consideration. If possible, we should like to know about your plan to push the sale of our products. 393. I think we have to consider your proposal about agency carefully. 394. Please tell us your detailed plan of sales promotion so that we may proceed with our negotiations about the terms of the agency agreement. 395. Your proposal for sole agency will soon be under careful study. Part 2. 396. We are not inclined to consider any questions concerning agents. 397. We are not prepared to appoint an agent for your district. 398. We have no intention of considering exclusive sales in your market at present. 399. We are not ready yet to discuss the question of agency at the present moment. 400. Since the market situation is not known to us, we are not going to take the question of sole agency into consideration for the time being. 401. As the volume of business concluded by you last year is not big enough, we won't consider the question of agency. 402. We think it premature for us to discuss the question of agency at the present stage. 403. The time is not yet mature for discussion of agency. 404. We would like to say that at this initial stage of contracts between us, both sides do not understand each other very well, so there seems to be no sufficient basis for us to negotiate agency. 405. I am afraid that this is not a good time yet to push the sales of our product in your market. 406. We do not think the time is ripe for the discussion of the question of exclusive agency. 407. We regret to say that since there is so far no transaction concluded between us, we have to decline your request for agency. 408. The question of agency is still under consideration, and we hope that you will continue your efforts to push the sale of our products at the present stage. 409. We shall not consider appointing you as our sole agent until your sales records justify our doing so. 410. Shall we discuss the matter of agency when your market conditions turn better? Unit 15, Part 1. 411. We cannot give you exclusive agency of the whole European market without having the slightest idea of your possible annual marketing turnover. 412. Before we know your sales volume, your plan for promotion, and the import license conditions, it's rather difficult for us to consider your proposal. 413. We have noted your request to act as our agent in your district, but before going further into the matter, we should like to know more about your market. 414. To enable us to make a further study of your proposal, would you please let us know as early as possible the sales prospects of the item in your market, your program in detail, your business organizations in various districts and their activities. 415. Unless you increase the turnover, we can hardly appoint you as our sole agent. 416. If you can push the sale of our products successfully for the next 6 months, we may appoint you as our agent. 417. We feel it would be better to consider the matter of agency after you have done more business with us. 418. To be our agent, you need to increase your annual turnover. 419. To be our agent, you are requested to push the sales of our products effectively. 420. We hope you'll do your best to push the sale of our products. 421. To facilitate the expansion of sales, you must advertise our products by means of TV and newspapers. 422. We hope that you should redouble your efforts in your sales pushing. 423. To be our agent, your minimum annual turnover should be at least 8,000 sets. 424. If we could agree to terms, we would appoint you as our sole agent. 425. If terms prove workable, we think you would be just the firm we would like to have to represent us. Part 2. 426. If you wish to work for other firms as well, you must obtain our permission first. 427. To be our sole agent, you should not sell similar products from other manufacturers without our prior approval. 428. As our agent, you should not sell products of similar characteristics from other makers. We must make that very clear. 429. As our sole distributor, you will neither handle the same or similar products of other regions, nor re-export our goods to any other area outside your own. 430. During the validity of the agency agreement, you should not handle any other foreign products of the same line and competitive types. 431. Every 6 months, we would like to receive from you a detailed report on current market conditions and the user's comments on our products. 432. Your market report should show how big the demand for our products is in your market. 433. The market report should include the trend for the development of the market, upward or downward. 434. We'd like you to send us your sales statistics every 6 months instead of every year. 435. As our agent, you should send us your market reports regularly, at least once every 3 months. 436. At the beginning of the sales promotion, you have to try every means to overcome sales difficulties. 437. To effectively promote sales, your way of doing business should always comply with the constantly changing circumstances. 438. During the agency, please pay close attention to the consumer's comments on our products. 439. You are under obligation to display optimum samples of the products during the duration of the agency. 440. We hope that you will strictly observe all the terms and conditions of the agency agreement. Unit 16, Part 1, 441. We are satisfied with the terms of this contract for the most part, but we feel that your terms of payment are too severe. 442. We would like to have another discussion of these conditions in the afternoon, before they are finally included in the contract. 443. Before signing the contract this afternoon, I think we'd better go over a few final details. 444. We'd better draw up a rough draft of the contract and then talk it over in detail at our next meeting. 445. This is a copy of our specimen contract in which the general sales terms and conditions are contained. 446. We hope that you won't object to our inserting such a clause in the agreement. 447. If any other clause in this contract is in conflict with the supplementary conditions, the supplementary conditions should be taken as final and binding. 448. We think it necessary to include a force majeure clause in the contract. 449. After studying your draft contract, we find it necessary to make a few changes. 450. Since both of us are in agreement on all the terms, shall we sign the contract now? 451. We think your draft contract needs some modification. 452. Any modification or alteration to the contract shall only be made with the consent of both parties. 453. No changes can be made in this contract without mutual consent. 454. We must make it clear in the contract that you are obliged to complete the delivery of the goods within the contractual time of shipment. 455. If the shipment cannot be made within 3 months as stipulated, the contract will become void. Part 2, 456. This agreement is made in both Chinese and English. The two versions of this agreement shall have equal status in law. 457. This agreement is drawn up separately in Chinese and in English. Each party holds one original and one duplicate of each language. The two languages are of the same effect. 458. Both versions of this contract are equally authentic. 459. Any amendment of the contract shall come into force only after the written agreement is signed by both of us. 460. The contract shall become effective as soon as it is signed by both parties. 461. This agreement will remain valid for 1 year and shall become effective on the date of signing. 462. We'd like to make the contract to be valid for 2 years at the beginning. 463. I think we'd better make some changes in the wording of this sentence. 464. Isn't it better to word it in this way? 465. I'd like to replace this phrase with after the date of delivery. 466. If neither party considers it necessary to extend the contract, the proposing party may take the initiative to conduct negotiation with the other party 1 month prior to its expiration. 467. In case of a breach of any of the provisions of this agreement by one party, the other party shall have the right to terminate this agreement by giving notice in writing to its opposite party. 468. If you fail to make delivery 10 weeks later than the time of shipment stipulated in the contract, we shall have the right to cancel the contract. 469. If both parties do not agree to renew the contract at its expiration, it will automatically become void. 470. If you want to terminate the contract before its term is up, you should notify us of its cancellation 6 months before. Unit 17, Part 1, 471. Our usual terms of payment are by confirmed, irrevocable letter of credit in our favor, reaching us 1 month ahead of shipment. 472. We propose to pay by 30 DS. 473. The terms of payment we wish to adopt are confirmed and irrevocable letter of credit. 474. We should like to advise you that payment by collection is acceptable. 475. We would prefer you to pay in US dollars. 476. According to the contract, after receipt of the preliminary shipping advice, you are kindly requested to open with the Bank of China the relative LC in our favor within 10 days. 477. Payment of the purchase is to be effected by an irrevocable letter of credit in our favor, payable by draft at site in pounds sterling in London. 478. We don't accept payment in US dollars. Please conclude the business in terms of Swiss francs. 479. We require payment by LC to reach us 1 month prior to the time of shipment. 480. We require immediate payment upon presentation of shipping documents. 481. Payment by irrevocable letter of credit is convenient for us, and we shall draw a 60 DS bill on your bank. 482. We will draw on you a documentary draft at site through our bank on collection basis. 483. Our terms of payment are 30-day credit period, not 60-day credit. It's customary. 484. As usual, we should require of you an LC to be issued through a first-rate bank. 485. It would be advisable for you to establish the covering LC as early as possible to enable us to effect shipment in due time. 486. We propose paying by TT when the shipment is ready. 487. We regret having to inform you that we cannot accept payment by DP. 488. We regret to say that we are unable to consider your request for payment under DA terms. 489. You can pay for all or part of the equipment and technology purchased from us in resultant products. 490. Since you are now short of cash, we can arrange for your payment over 2 months without carrying charges of any kind. Part 2. 491. As a special case, we may consider accepting your payment by DP. 492. If the amount of each transaction is below $500, we agree to DA 30 days terms. 493. We could grant you the favorable terms of payment as DA 45 days after sight. 494. In view of the small amount of this transaction, we are prepared to accept payment by DP at sight. 495. DP or DA is only accepted if the amount involved for each transaction is less than £1,000. 496. We request a 10% payment at the time of ordering. The remaining amount must be paid within 60 days. 497. We can only accept 20% cash payment in local currency. The other 80% by LC should reach us 15 to 30 days before the delivery. 498. If the payment is made by installments, the annual interest is calculated by 6% and paid off at the end of each year. 499. Full payment must be made within 60 days. 500. The telegraphic transfer shall reach the Bank of China at least 5 days before the delivery date of the vessel. 501. The letter of credit for each order shall reach us 30 days before the date of shipment. 502. 15 to 20 days prior to the date of delivery, you should pay against the presentation of the draft drawn on the opening bank. 503. The payment shall be made by telegraphic transfer to the Bank of China, Head Office, Beijing, China, for our account, within 5 business days after the contract signature date. 504. Advance payment of 25% of the contract value shall be paid within 30 days of the date of signing the contract. 505. The payment shall be made by 5 annual installments of 20% each. 506. We require full payment within 45 days, with a 15% discount for cash payment in advance. 507. The total amount must be paid in full upon receipt of the shipping documents. 508. We require payment by LC to reach us 1 month prior to the time of shipment. 509. You are requested to pay $5,000 as a down payment. 510. 10% of the contract value shall be paid in advance by cash and 90% by sight draft drawn under an LC. Unit 18. 511. Payment by LC is our method of trade in such commodities. 512. Our usual terms of payment are by an irrevocable LC to be established in the seller's favor through the Bank of China. 513. For exports, we usually adopt irrevocable letters of credit available by seller's documentary drafts at sight. 514. We usually make payment by letters of credit or adopt some other modes of payment, such as immediate payment, deferred payment, and payment by installments. 515. We have opened an LC in your favor through the Bank of China for an amount of £17,000 to cover the full CIF value of our order number 754. 516. We will start the payment in half a year, and all the amount will be cleared off within 3 years by 6 installments. 517. We prefer to have the payment made by LC through a negotiating bank in Sweden. 518. Payment shall be made by us after receipt of the shipping documents specified in Clause 10 of this contract. 519. We shall open a letter of credit in your favor to be settled in U.S. dollars. 520. We agree to accept goods in 3 shipments, and you may draw on us at 60 DS from the date of dispatch of each shipment. 521. Could you make an exception in our case and accept DP or DA? 522. I hope you would leave us some leeway in terms of payment. 523. Would you agree to a 60-day credit period? 524. Because of the money problem, I hope that you can allow us to pay in installments, with the first payment after delivery. Then we'll pay you the rest once a month. 525. We are having some trouble in receiving payment, so we want to ask if we could defer payment until the end of the month. 526. We prefer payment after delivery, because these goods are very expensive. 527. We hope to pay by bill of exchange at 30 DS. 528. We hope you can accept payment in other currencies, except in U.S. dollars. 529. We shall be very happy if you can grant us an extension of 2 weeks. 530. We ask to put off the time of our payment 3 months later to facilitate the capital turnover. Unit 19, Part 1, 531. Please insure for us these products at invoice value plus 10%, at 110% of the invoice value. 532. We'd like to cover our ordered goods against WPA for 120% of the invoice value, according to our usual practice. 533. Please hold us covered for the cargo listed on the attached sheet. 534. For this consignment, we shall cover WPA and risk of breakage for 110% of the invoice value. 535. Our company will insure against all risks for 110% of the invoice value. 536. Please insure the electric fans at 120% of the invoice value. 537. The machines are to be insured against all risks. 538. We only cover FPA and war risk. 539. They are not delicate goods that can be damaged on the voyage. FPA will be good enough. 540. Our goods are very valuable, so I want to insure against all risks. 541. We'd like to get a policy for total loss only for these goods. 542. I'd like to get an AR insurance policy. That way, we'll be covered for any kind of loss or damage. 543. I'm afraid the WPA coverage is too narrow for a shipment of this nature. Please extend the coverage to include TPND. 544. Would you insure our goods to be shipped from Shanghai to Lisbon next month? 545. Can you cover our goods against breakage? 546. We should be glad if you would provide cover of $390,000 on computers in transit from Tokyo to Beijing. 547. Please insure us against all risks $300,000 value of 5,000 sets of butterfly sewing machines sailing for New York. 548. Please insure for me against all risks 200 pieces of high-quality furniture valued at $20,000. 549. We wish to insure against all risks for the sum of $1,500 on 3 cases glassware. 550. We shall shortly be making regular shipments of leather goods to Canada and shall be glad if you will issue an all-risks marine insurance policy for $70,000 to cover these shipments. Part 2. 551. Please give us the policy rates for FPA coverage and for WPA coverage. 552. We require the current insurance rate for land transportation. 553. I have some glassware to be shipped to Hong Kong. What risks should I cover? 554. What is the insurance premium for these goods? 555. We need to send a shipment to England. We want to find out about your marine insurance. 556. Please let us know the premium of breakage. 557. What kind of insurance do you usually provide? 558. What kind of insurance can you suggest for these goods? We don't want to take the risk of losing money because of underinsurance. 559. I have a batch of glassware to be shipped in the fourth quarter, but I don't know what risks should be covered. I would like to know some details, and your advice, of course, will be highly appreciated. 560. If we insure against free particular average, can you compensate us for all the losses if the ship sinks or burns or gets stuck? 561. Does your company cover all kinds of risks for transportation by sea, land, and air? 562. We have insured the shipment for 130% of the invoice value, but the premium for the difference between 130% and 110% should be for your account. 563. We have arranged insurance on your consignment of electric motor cars to be shipped in these 10 days. 564. We may cover the inland insurance on your behalf, but you will pay the additional premium. 565. We can insure the porcelain vases on your behalf, but at a rather high premium, and all the additional premium will be for your account. 566. We shall insure the goods on your behalf. 567. We have covered insurance on these goods for 10% above the invoice value against all risks. 568. We shall effect the insurance of the goods for 110% of their CIF value. 569. We have effected marine insurance on your behalf for the gross amount of the invoice plus 10%. 570. The marine insurance shall be covered by us. Unit 20, Part 1. 571. If cartons are used, please put each chemical in strong polythene bags to ensure protection from dampness. 572. Cases must have an inner lining of stout, water-resistant paper. 573. We do not object to packing in cartons, provided the flaps are glued down and the cartons secured by metal bands. 574. Packing in sturdy wooden cases is essential. Cases must be nailed and secured by overall metal strapping. 575. I would suggest you strengthen the carton with double straps. 576. As the goods will probably be subject to a thorough customs examination, the cases should be of a type which can be easily made fast again after opening. 577. To avoid pilferage, we hope that the goods will be packed in wooden cases instead of in cartons, as the cartons are easier to be cut open. 578. We have no objection to your packing the goods in cartons if you guarantee in your sales confirmations that you will pay compensation if we fail to get indemnification from the insurance company for the reason that the goods are not packed in seaworthy wooden cases. 579. We want the machines to be packed each in a wooden case supported with soft materials to ensure that the machines thus packed will not shift inside the cases. 580. The green beans can be supplied in bulk or in gunny bags. 581. We ask the factory to use stronger cartons and double straps. 582. Please see to it that each carton is properly sealed with a fireproof lining inside. 583. We need these goods to be packed in special packing materials, even though they may cost us more. 584. We would like to have the screws packed in double gunny bags. 585. In order to avoid any possible damage in transit, we would ask you to pack the goods in strong but small wooden cases. 586. We prefer special cartons of 30 centimeters by 60 centimeters, with 2 or 3 dozen to each carton because it's convenient and easy to handle. 587. You'd better pack them in cartons of 10 kilograms each, instead of wooden cases of 6 kilograms. 588. As you know, paint is a highly inflammable commodity, and extra precautions are necessary. We should like you to have the goods packed in strong metal cartons, each containing 40 tins. 589. Is your normal packing still 10 dozen per carton? 590. We hope that the beer is packed 6 bottles in a box, which should be beautiful, durable, and easy to carry. Part 2. 591. The packing must be able to withstand rough handling. 592. When packing, please take into account that the boxes must be able to withstand rough handling and transport over very bad roads. 593. Please give special attention to the packing, or the goods could be damaged in transit. 594. Greater care must be given to packing, as any damage in transit would cause us heavy losses. 595. Please ship the goods in strong packing to ensure good condition on arrival. 596. The packing must be in line with local market preference. 597. A large number of the bedspreads we ordered from you last year were found soiled when they reached us. I hope you will take necessary precautions in packing this consignment. 598. Your packing must be seaworthy and can stand rough handling during transit. 599. We hope that the goods should be packed in a manner which ensures their safe arrival at the destination and facilitates their handling in transit. 600. The wooden cases used to pack the goods should be securely strapped. 601. The packages should be marked with the same numbers as given on the order sheet. 602. As regards marking, please note that the port of destination, Shanghai, should be clearly stenciled on each case with a case number for easy identification. 603. As these machines are precision instruments which cannot stand rough handling, the wording, "Handle with care," should be also marked on each case. 604. Please see that the cases are marked "Fragile" or "Handle with care." 605. Port of destination, package number, gross and net weights, measurement, and the shipping mark shall be stenciled conspicuously on each package. 606. For dangerous and poisonous cargo, the natural and the generally adopted symbol shall be marked conspicuously on each package. 607. Please mark the packages with the same lot numbers as given on the order sheet in order to avoid being mixed up. 608. Every package shall be marked CCD in diamond and the package number. 609. Please mark the bales with our company's initials in a diamond. 610. Correct and distinct marking for the outside containers is absolutely necessary. Unit 21, Part 1, 611. Our packing is strong enough to withstand bumping and rough handling under normal conditions. 612. The cases used for packing our transistor radios are light but strong. 613. The export cases used to pack the goods are strong enough to protect the instruments. 614. The cartons lined with plastic sheets are waterproof. 615. We plan to use cardboard boxes with iron straps for reinforcement. 616. Our trip scissors are packed in boxes of 1 dozen each, 200 boxes to a wooden case. 617. We'll pack them 10 dozen to 1 carton, gross weight around 25 kilograms a carton. 618. Our export fruit knives are packed in boxes of 100 dozen each. 619. The packing of our men's shirts is each in a poly bag, 5 dozen to a carton, lined with waterproof paper and bound with 2 iron straps outside. 620. Our cotton prints are packed in cases lined with draft paper and waterproof paper, each consisting of 30 pieces with 5 colors for 1 design. 621. The cigars are packed 5 pieces to a small packet, 20 packets to a carton, 144 cartons to a cardboard container. 622. These cartons are well protected against moisture by plastic lining. 623. All the goods will be packed according to the special way you require. 624. As requested, the shirts will be packed in waterproof material. 625. We plan to use cardboard or plastic cartons for the outer packing. 626. Your goods will be packed in wooden cases with tin lining and iron hoops. 627. The goods are packed in new and sound jute bags, each containing about 200 pounds. 628. The cartons are well protected against moisture by polythene sheet lining. 629. If the goods are packed in cartons, any traces of pilferage will be in evidence. Therefore, the insurance company may be made to pay the necessary compensation for such losses. 630. Such packing has also been accepted by our insurance company for WPA and TPND. Part 2. 631. The cartons are comparatively light and therefore easy to handle. 632. It is our usual way to pack these goods in cartons. 633. Cartons are quite fit for ocean transportation, and they are extensively used in our shipments to other continental ports, to the entire satisfaction of our clients. 634. Cartons are more convenient to handle in the course of loading and unloading. 635. We would like to inform you that we used to pack our scissors in wooden cases, but after several trial shipments in carton packing, we found our cartons just as seaworthy as wooden cases. 636. Cartons are less expensive, lighter to carry, and cost lower freight. 637. We prefer carton packing to wooden case packing. 638. Our cartons for canned food are not only seaworthy, but also strong enough to protect the goods from damage. 639. Cartons are not likely to be mixed with wooden cases while in transport or storage, so that the rate of breakage is lower than that of wooden cases. 640. Shirts packed in such cartons are not so susceptible to damage by moisture as those packed in wooden cases. 641. All our wooden cases are well sealed. They are not easily subject to sweat damage. 642. We believe that your clients will find the improved packing satisfactory and your fears unwarranted. 643. We hope that you will agree to our opinion and accept our carton packing. 644. The weight and measurement of each case are clearly marked on every case. 645. You will note that our packing has been greatly improved, and we are sure that they will meet with the satisfaction of the clients. 646. The dimensions of the case are 17 centimeters high, 30 centimeters wide, and 50 centimeters long, with a volume of about 0.026 of a cubic meter. The gross weight is 23.5 kilograms. 647. They save shipping space and facilitate the storage and distribution of the goods. 648. In addition to the gross, net, and tare weights, the wording, "Made in the People's Republic of China," is also stenciled on the package. 649. We have made a number of improvements in packaging and presentation. Please set your mind at ease. 650. Our containers are in complete conformity to the specifications laid down by the International Standardization Organization. Unit 22. 651. We would like to inform you that the goods were already shipped out on the 18th of May. 652. We have the pleasure to inform you that we have shipped the goods by Pacific Bear, which left here today. 653. We wish to inform you that we have shipped the goods by Shanghai, according to your instructions of August 5. 654. We wish to advise you that we have shipped you today by SS Tokyo Maru 50 cases of carbon paper. 655. We take pleasure in notifying you that the goods under SC 456 have been dispatched by MV Greenwood, sailing on May 15 for Hong Kong. 656. The shipment of chemical fertilizer under contract number 2346 will be effected by SS Calchas, which is scheduled to leave here on 16th July. 657. We are pleased to advise you that the 100 dozen shirts under order KAB 2004 have been shipped per SS Fengqing. 658. We expect to ship the outstanding contracts before the end of July. 659. We are now pleased to inform you that we have shipped the 2,000 air conditioners you ordered on board SS Asia, which sails for your port tomorrow. 660. Your order number 153 will be shipped by SS Pearl early next month. 661. We wish to advise you that the goods you ordered have been shipped today. 662. We are pleased to inform you that the last lot consignment has been duly dispatched. 663. The MS Victoria has left our port, carrying the goods for your order number 303 today. 664. The ship is scheduled to arrive at your port on the 28th October, and you may now make all the necessary preparations to take delivery of the goods. 665. The goods were shipped by the direct steamer Eli on May 10th and are estimated to reach Shanghai before June 1st. 666. We trust that the goods will reach you in perfect condition. 667. We trust the consignment will reach you safely and open up to your satisfaction. 668. We have dispatched your order for Indian rugs, which are scheduled to arrive at your port next Friday. 669. For shirts under contract number 60, we have booked space on SS Eagle, due to arrive in your city around the beginning of next month. 670. The shipment will be made in 3 equal monthly installments, beginning from next month. Unit 23. 671. Please effect shipment with the least possible delay upon receipt of the letter of credit in your favor established by us. 672. We hope that the goods will arrive in time for the New Year rush. 673. We hope that you will make all necessary arrangements to deliver the goods on time. 674. Could you possibly make your delivery date not later than May? You see, June is the right season for the goods. If they arrive later than June, we will miss the selling season. 675. Can you effect shipment of the order in October? 676. Is it possible for the goods to be landed at Dalian in early December? 677. We need the products in less than 1 month in order to get ready for the selling season. 678. Please send us this shipment by train. 679. Please ship the goods by the first available steamer early next month. 680. As we are in urgent need of the goods, we would like you to ship them by air freight. 681. We should be obliged if you could arrange for the immediate shipment of this order. 682. You should ship the goods within the time as stipulated in Clause 9 of this contract. Transshipment en route is not allowed without our consent. 683. Please load the contracted goods on board the vessel nominated by us. 684. 10 to 15 days prior to the date of shipment, you should inform us by fax of name of vessel, ETA of vessel, and the name of shipping agent. 685. The packing list should be indicated with shipping weight, number, and date of corresponding invoice. 686. You should send 1 copy of the shipping documents to the port of destination together with the shipment. 687. When all of the details of the shipment are finished, please send us the shipping documents that we will need to get the shipment. 688. The delivery will be arranged and the shipping charges will be prepaid by you. We will repay the shipping charges against original receipt. 689. You should guarantee that the commodity is in conformity to all respects with the quality, specifications, and performance as stipulated in this contract. 690. We prefer direct sailings, as transshipment adds to the risk of damage and also delays arrival to some extent. Unit 24, Part 1. 691. It is now over 2 months since we sent in the order for tape recorders, yet we are still awaiting delivery. You should know that the delivery date is very important to us. 692. Please take the matter up at once and see to it that the goods are delivered without further delay. 693. Please get the goods dispatched with the least possible delay. 694. I wonder if you could check the order I placed with you last month. It hasn't arrived yet. 695. Please do your utmost to hasten shipment. 696. We are much in need of the goods. Please expedite shipment as soon as possible. 697. We wish to call your attention that up to the present moment, no news has come from you about the shipment. Our users are in urgent need of the machines and are pressing us for an early delivery. 698. As our customers are in urgent need of the contracted machines, we hope you can assure us of an early shipment. 699. I want to know why our alloy inserts haven't arrived yet. Our customers are in urgent need of them. 700. We hope that there will be no delay in shipment any longer. 701. This order is so urgently required that we must ask you to make the earliest possible shipment. 702. We shall appreciate it very much if you will effect shipment as soon as possible, thus enabling the goods to arrive here in time to catch the brisk demand. 703. We hope you will send the air conditioners as soon as possible, for the hot season is rapidly approaching. 704. The goods we ordered are seasonal goods, so it will be better to ship them all at once. 705. In order to be in time for the season, Early shipment is of utmost importance to us. Part 2, 706. We might refuse the shipment if it doesn't arrive on time. 707. We must insist on delivery within the time contracted and reserve the right to reject the goods if we fail to receive the goods before this week. 708. We regret to say that unless you are able to give us an assurance of delivery within the next 2 weeks, we shall be obliged to cancel the order. 709. If shipment is too late, we'll be forced to withdraw the contract. 710. If you still delay the delivery, I'll have to cancel the order. 711. If you can't effect delivery within the stipulated time, we will have to lodge a claim against you for the loss and reserve the right to cancel the contract. 712. If you fail to deliver the goods according to the agreed time, you should indemnify us for all losses and corresponding expenses. 713. If there is still no information from you about the expedition of shipment by the end of this month, we'll be forced to cancel the contract and reserve the right to lodge a claim against you for the loss. 714. We wish to point out that if you fail to effect shipment within the time specified, we shall not be able to fulfill the contract with our clients. 715. We would like to emphasize that any delay in shipping our booked order will undoubtedly involve us in no small difficulty. 716. Your failure to deliver the goods within the stipulated time has greatly inconvenienced us. 717. Any delay in shipment would be detrimental to our future business. 718. We trust you will see to it that the order is shipped within the stipulated time, as any delay would cause us no little financial loss. 719. As you know, June is the right season for the goods, so if they arrive later than June, we will miss the selling season. 720. Should you delay the shipment any longer, the fireworks might become useless to us. Unit 25, Part 1. 721. We should settle the dispute through negotiations without resorting to legal proceedings. 722. We prefer to resolve disputes by amicable, non-binding conciliation between the two parties. 723. As a matter of fact, most disputes can be settled in a friendly way, with a view to developing a long-term relationship. 724. All disputes in connection with this contract shall be settled through friendly negotiation. 725. Personally, I should say it's so much better to resolve the dispute through friendly negotiations between ourselves. 726. Friendly negotiation is the best way to settle the dispute between us if there is any. 727. Where do you want to have the arbitration held? 728. As far as the place for arbitration is concerned, the customary practice is to hold arbitration in the country of the defendant. 729. If we submit the case for arbitration, the place for arbitration is to be in Japan, and if you submit the case for arbitration, the place for arbitration is to be in China. 730. If the buyer is the plaintiff, the arbitration shall take place in Beijing. 731. The members of this arbitration association are professionally competent and in a position to arbitrate that sort of case arising from the quality inspection of the medical equipment. 732. Generally speaking, all the fees for arbitration shall be borne by the losing party, unless otherwise awarded by the court. 733. The decision made by the Arbitration Commission shall be accepted as final and binding upon both parties. 734. The losing party shall bear the cost for arbitration according to the contract. 735. We require you to compensate us with an amount of losses totaling £748,000 caused by your failure to execute the contract and with all the expenses arising from this arbitration. Part 2. 736. If any dispute should arise over the inspection, we may submit it for arbitration. 737. If you are not prepared to compensate our loss, we suggest the case be submitted for arbitration. 738. The dispute shall be submitted for arbitration by a mutually nominated arbitrator. 739. We may discuss to agree upon a temporary arbitral body when needed. 740. If no settlement can be reached between the two parties, the case under dispute shall be submitted to the third party accepted by both parties for arbitration. 741. In case of any dispute, and no settlement can be reached through friendly negotiations, then we can submit the case to an international arbitration organization for arbitration. 742. It's better to submit the case for arbitration to a temporary arbitration court. 743. We think that the court, consisting of arbitrators from both sides, must be fair and able to handle the dispute without bias or partiality. 744. Since this dispute is not negotiable, it is necessary to resort to arbitration. 745. If you don't accept our propositions, we might submit the matter to arbitration. 746. We should include an arbitration clause in the contract. 747. You needn't worry about that. There is an arbitration clause in the contract. 748. Shall we discuss the arbitration clause now? 749. It's best to attempt to settle disputes without involving arbitration. 750. We are now applying formally to the Arbitration Commission for arbitration of this dispute. Unit 26, Part 1. 751. It was found by the inspection that there is a difference of 35 kilograms between the actual landed weight and the invoiced weight. 752. The landed goods were quite different from what we expected. 753. We find that the free acidity exceeds the contract maximum by 0.01%, so we have to ask you to indemnify us for a loss of £5,000. 754. The inspection shows that the salt density exceeds at least 4%. 755. This consignment is not up to the standards stipulated in the contract. We are now lodging a claim against you for £2,000. 756. The dried mushrooms you sent us are far below the standards stipulated in the contract. 757. The quality of your shipment for our order is not in conformity with the specifications. We must therefore lodge a claim against you for the amount of £280,000. 758. We find that the copper wire you supplied is not to the exact specifications of your sample. 759. Our customers complain that the goods are much inferior in quality to the samples. 760. The quality of the goods you shipped last week is much inferior to that of the goods of our last order. 761. The inspection reveals that both the quantity and quality of the wheat delivered are not in conformity with those stipulated in the contract, though the packing is all in good condition. 762. Most of the shirts are of a smaller size. I wonder if you made a mistake when sending the goods. 763. There are too many defective items in this shipment. 764. The leather shoes you sent us last Friday are not the right size. They should be size 42. 765. The quality of the goods you sent us last week is too poor to suit the requirements of this market. 766. The quality of your shipment for our order number 346 is far from the agreed specifications. 767. Closer inspection by the health officers showed that the canned fruit were considered unfit for human consumption. 768. The loss was due to the use of substandard bags, for which you should be responsible. 769. It was found upon examination that nearly 20% of the packages had been broken, apparently attributed to faulty packing. 770. The survey report can certify that the weight shortage was caused by improper packing. Part 2. 771. A close inspection and a careful test by the China National Import and Export Commodity Inspection Bureau showed that some amplifiers are of inferior quality. 772. We find that the quality, quantity, and weight of the goods are not in conformity with those stipulated in this contract after reinspection by the China Commodity Inspection Bureau. We are now returning the goods to you and lodge claims against you for compensation of losses. 773. The survey has revealed that the damage to the goods is attributable to rough handling. 774. The surveyor's report indicates that there has been some serious damage to some of the goods. 775. On the basis of Clause 15 of the contract, we place our claims before you as follows. 776. We have to put in a claim against you for all the losses sustained. 777. When taking delivery, we found that the cargo had been seriously wet by fresh water and putrefied. You must compensate us for the loss. 778. We require you to replace the damaged goods and grant us a special discount of 5% to compensate for the loss. 779. According to the contract, you are responsible to compensate us for the loss we have suffered. 780. We have suffered a loss of 20% on the selling price because of the inferior quality of the products you sent us. You must compensate us for all this. 781. All expenses, including inspection fees and losses arising from the return of the goods and claims, should be borne by you. 782. You must be held responsible for all the losses caused by the delay in delivery of the goods. 783. You should take back all the disqualified goods and compensate us for the value of the goods plus all losses sustained due to return of the cargo, such as freight, storage charges, insurance premium, interest, and inspection charges. 784. We have the right to lodge a claim against you for compensation of all losses. 785. The products we received last Monday didn't agree with the samples, and we feel that you should make it up. 786. This is the survey report issued by the CCIB in support of our claim. 787. Almost every one of the drums was leaking slightly. We must hold you responsible for the loss. 788. We have lost considerable business because of your delay in shipment. We expect compensation from you for the loss. 789. We request that you make up the short-landed goods covered by our contract number 147 promptly. 790. We regret to inform you that we are compelled to return the disqualified goods you sent at your expense. Unit 27, Part 1. 791. The goods we ordered on February 12 have arrived in a damaged condition. 792. A number of cases are broken, and the contents are badly damaged. 793. The packings are insufficient and the contents leak out considerably. 794. We wish to inform you that 5 of the cars we bought from you have been seriously out of order within 50 kilometers driving distance. 795. Nearly 20% of the bales were broken and the contents badly soiled. 796. From the shipment of 2,000 cases of glassware, we find that a number of wooden cases and the contents have been broken. 797. On inspection, we found that about 50 bags are broken, and it is estimated that 240 kilograms of cement had been lost. 798. We regret to inform you that 8 of the cases of your consignment arrived in a badly damaged condition. 799. We have examined the contents and find that 92 pieces are missing and the rest unfit for use. 800. Your shipment of goods has been found short in weight by reinspection. 801. We are now making a claim against you for the 10 defective sewing machines. 802. There is a shortage of 1,450 pounds in this shipment. 803. On arrival of the shipment, we found at least 50 cases damaged, which made up 20% of the total quantity. 804. We had the material inspected immediately when the goods arrived, and a shortage of 15 kilograms was found. 805. It was found, much to our astonishment, that nearly 30% of the electronic components were water-stained. 806. You should make amends for the losses by replacing all the defective products and paying for the business we have lost. 807. After the inspection of the goods that arrived, we found a shortage of 50 MT. 808. Case number 16 was found to be 3 packages short. 809. We are now lodging a claim against you for the short weight of fertilizer. 810. We have to ask for compensation of the loss incurred as a result of the inferior quality of the goods concerned. Part 2. 811. We hope indemnification will be made for all expenses incurred. 812. On the basis of the survey report, we register our claim with you for $3,000. 813. You are requested to compensate us for the total loss of sugar at the value of $105 per MT. 814. We claim compensation of $1,800 for inferiority of quality. 815. We have to file a claim against you to the amount of $7,000 plus inspection fee. 816. You should compensate us by 3% plus the inspection fee. 817. This is a statement of loss, and you should indemnify us $2,450. 818. We are compelled to claim on you to compensate us for the loss, $27,500, which we have sustained by the damage to the goods. 819. We found that the quality of the TV sets we received last week is below standard, so we request a 5% allowance. 820. We claim an allowance of 230 pounds on account of the quality of this shipment. 821. We have to ask for compensation of 6,000 pounds to cover the loss incurred as a result of the inferior quality of the goods. 822. We are compelled to claim on you to compensate us for the loss, $20,000, which we have sustained by the disqualified goods. 823. We are willing to accept the shipment only if you allow a 30% reduction in price. 824. We hope you will settle this claim as soon as possible. 825. Claims for shortage must be made within 30 days after arrival of the goods. 826. Kindly remit us the amount of claim at an early date. 827. On examination, we have found that many of the sewing machines are severely damaged. 828. Please dispatch within 1 week the replacement of another 5 refrigerators with a price reduction of 30% of the total value of the 5 refrigerators. 829. We should be obliged if you would forward us a replacement for the machine as soon as possible. 830. We insist that you should send perfect goods to replace the defective goods. Unit 28, Part 1. 831. We accept the claim, but can you tell me how much you want us to compensate you for the loss? 832. We will give your request for claims immediate attention. 833. We will get this matter resolved as soon as possible and hope to compensate you for your loss to your satisfaction. 834. We'd like to express our sincere apologies for the poor quality of the products. 835. We regret to hear that the goods you received are not of the quality expected. 836. We are very sorry for the trouble caused by this delay. 837. We agree to accept all your claims. 838. I'll go to your company tomorrow in person to talk about the claim. 839. We regret the loss you have suffered and agree to compensate you $800. 840. We agree to compensate you for the defective watches by 5% of the total value. 841. We will make you a compensation of 6% and give you some preferential terms later on. 842. Since the responsibility rests with both parties, we are ready to pay 50% of the loss only. 843. We have credited to your account £760 to cover both the value of the goods short delivered and your inspection fee. 844. We shall remit to you an amount of £2,000 in compensation for the loss. 845. We are willing to give you an 18% allowance of the next shipment to compensate you for the loss. Part 2. 846. You should claim compensation from the insurance company. 847. A thorough examination showed that the broken bags were due to improper packing, for which the suppliers should be held responsible. 848. As the shipping company is liable for the damage, your claim for compensation should, in our opinion, be referred to them for settlement. 849. The claim should be referred to the insurance company. We cannot hold ourselves responsible for it. 850. Your claim, in our opinion, should be referred to the insurance company, as the mishap occurred after shipment. 851. Since the damage was due to the rough handling by the steamship company, you should claim on it for recovery of the loss. 852. You should claim compensation from the shipping company instead of the sellers. 853. We are prepared to make you a reasonable compensation, but not the amount you claimed. 854. The shortage you claimed might have occurred in the course of transit, which is out of our control. 855. The shipping documents can prove that the goods, when shipped, were in perfect condition. They must have been damaged en route. 856. Your proposal to settle the claim is satisfactory. We'll take it. 857. It seems we shall not be held liable for the shortage. 858. The damage to the machine tools occurred in transit, so you should make a claim on the insurance company. 859. I'm sorry to hear that. I think after we make an investigation of the matter, we'll consider the allowance. Is it okay? 860. I'll try to find out why the shirts we sent you are of a smaller size and inform you of the result as soon as possible. Unit 29. 861. The technology we acquire should be truly advanced and appropriate to China's needs. 862. The technology you transfer to us should enable the venture's products to be competitive on the international market. 863. The know-how we import should be directed toward manufacturing products suitable for export. 864. The advanced technology we import should improve markedly the quality of existing products. 865. The technology provided to the joint venture must be integrated, precise, and reliable. 866. The technology we acquire should enable our products to achieve significant economic results. 867. Your technology should be advanced, reliable, and helpful to the development of our export-oriented economy. 868. The imported know-how should help improve the quality of our products. 869. You should supply us with advanced techniques and modernized management methods. 870. Please provide us with the necessary technical data and, if possible, some drawings connected with the design and building of the new equipment. 871. For the success of our joint venture, it's extremely important for us to acquire the information concerning the product design and the production processes. 872. You should give us as soon as possible the blueprint plan for the introduction of the equipment and a report on the survey of the feasibility of the entire plan. 873. Please turn over these technical data to our side at the earliest possible time. 874. Shall we discuss technology transfer briefly now? 875. We want to import advanced technology from you in order to compete successfully on the international market. 876. Since the existing know-how transferred by your company will soon become obsolete, we expect that you will continue offering us your improved technological expertise. 877. By advanced technology, we mean both industrial property and know-how. 878. If the documents you send us cannot be used, or if one item or more mentioned in the packing list should be lacking, you have to send all the documents or the lacking items at your cost within 45 days from the date you receive the written notice from us. 879. If any serious difficulties arise with regard to the working of the engines which we built, and if it is proved that such difficulties are at fault in any data, drawings, or documents you sent us, you would, at your expense, correct such faulty data, drawings, or documents. 880. If the technical documents provided by you are not applicable to our actual production condition, you are obliged to assist us in modifying the technical documents. Unit 30. 881. We will inform you of the weight, measurements, number of cases, cost of the drawings, and other documents 7 days before delivering the documents to the airplane. 882. Drawings and technical documents will be sent to you by registered airmail. 883. Expenses for the technology transfer shall be fair and reasonable. 884. The royalty rate shall not be higher than the standard international rate. 885. The technology transfer fee shall be paid in royalties. 886. The royalty rate shall be 15% of the net sales value of the products. 887. The royalty rate shall be calculated on the net sales of the products turned out with the transferred technology. 888. You'll pay for the imported technology in the form of royalties, apart from a certain initial down payment. 889. We shall pay you 8% on the retail prices of all the goods manufactured with the transferred technology. 890. We require that at the signature of the technology transfer agreement, you will provide us with a bank guarantee for the transfer of all payments. 891. The expenses incurred for this purpose will have to be borne by the Chinese side. 892. We will pay all the expenses involved in documentation and transfer of knowledge. 893. We will pay all the specialists for their services rendered to us. 894. We hope you will continue offering us improved technology without extra charges. 895. To help our joint venture, we hope that you would keep supplying us with advanced management techniques and technologies. 896. We shall help you to update the present and future technology concerned with the production from time to time. 897. As you know, the technology is advancing all the time. We hope that you continue offering us your improved technologies. 898. We think that it is better to transfer our knowledge in the form of know-how investment. 899. First, let's start with the delivery of all the drawings, technical data, and other documents relating to the engines. 900. You will undertake the obligations to deliver to us the drawings, information, and other